Hi Capricorn, I'm Erin. Welcome to Align with Love Tarot if you're new. If you're returning, welcome back. And if you subscribed last week, welcome along to you too. I really am happy that you're here. Also, for the Capricorns that have been on my channel since day one, I thank you so much for your support. What I'm doing is, as a thank you, for every time you've hit that little thumbs up or you've subscribed, I'm going to upload an extra bonus video each week for the top 3 signs. So if the messages don't resonate with you in this reading, it is just a general reading. It won't resonate with all. If you wanted a personal reading, the link's in my description box where you can get in touch with me directly. If I say he or she, it's just energies. And it's not specific to gender. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us if you're new to tarot. And also, please feel free to switch the characters around, but I am going to talk as if you are the first person in this reading. Okay, Capricorn? This is timeless. I upload it once a week, but it's just when you want to see it. And I'll also put a link at the end of the video to last week's video, because sometimes the messages do overlap because time, and energy is fluid. Now Capricorn, I sat here and I did your video, finished the whole thing, and I looked up and the battery had completely died without me knowing. So I asked if I should scrap the reading and do a completely fresh one for you, and I was guided to keep it. And I can see why I was guided to keep it. So even though the cards are already laid out, it is just because I've done this reading once. So let's do it again. We'll start straight from the top for you, Capricorn. Okay, let's get into this. So I've used this week the beautiful Mystical Shaman Oracle deck for your overarching energy for the week, or for this reading, I should say. And the card you got was Pachamama. Look at this, it's a gorgeous card, really beautiful card. Number 40, so 40 speaks of laying foundations and stability. But I want to read you the from the book for what this means. Bear with me a second, Capricorn. Here we go. Can you see this? You are a child of the earth. Now is the time to eat right, love right, and be joyous, regardless of the circumstances you may find yourself in. Be grateful for your life, your body, and all that nourishes you. Pachamama invites you to relish each breath, embrace your joy and your pain equally, and discover love through both. Let Pachamama know how much you appreciate all her blessings with an act of service such as planting a tree, helping save an endangered species, or protecting the ocean. So this is appearing to invite you to put yourself in a place of gratitude, whatever is going on in your life right now. And when we do that, we start to shift our vibration and our energy if we are in a lower vibration here. So we can do that through a journal, like a gratitude journal. We can do that by leaving, notes around the house, what we're grateful for in each room. I've actually got a little bowl, gratitude bowl, and I pull out one, when I feel as if my energy is dipping, I pull out one and I will read that, whatever's on that gratitude list, and I will go into that, and I will go into it and think about how that makes me feel, just to switch my energy. So that's a great card for this week, Capricorn. Okay, so what I did was past, present, challenges, advice from spirit, and outcome. And the first card you pulled for past is beautiful. You got the High Priestess. High Priestess is a very spiritual card. It's you dropping from your conscious into your subconscious to receive that inner wisdom, to receive that inner guidance, to receive that intuition about a situation here. And then I asked for present energy. You got 2 of Wands here and 6 of Wands. So you were using your intuition about a situation, something that's happened, a relationship here, and by connecting with your intuition and going within, you're intuitively knowing what to do here in the present, and you're moving forward successfully. Really beautiful. You've got the world in your hand here. It's almost a, this is like a divine feminine energy, and then the Wands are about taking that action, and the masculine standing here. It's almost as if he's facing you and you're facing forward, thinking about the present. And this is in your present energy. So within, so without. You've got the world in your hands here. You're on stable ground. You're in your comfort zone here. You're in your regular environment that you're used to. So from the comfort of where you are, you started to look out and think, what do I want to bring in here? These roots are starting to sprout on these wands. He's holding one wand here, like an ace of wands. That's where we get our ideas and our inspiration from. And he's thinking, okay, from the comfort of my safety here and going within and connecting with my own truth, I'm going to start planning to move forward and see what else is out there. And when we start to do that and start to put those plans, prepare those plans, then the next card will be the 3 of Wands, which is waiting for those to come to this shoreline. But you're going to be successful. You're going to do it. 6 is also a number that speaks of, not only is this card victory, it speaks of victory and success and accomplishment. It also shows that 6 is a number of peace and harmony and love. So whatever plans you put into action here that you're going to put in place is going to lead you successfully to a more harmonious place. Okay, the challenge is you got 3 cards that fell out. Okay, you got firstly the 3 of Pentacles, followed by the King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I always feel strong Scorpio energy of this, but this might just resonate for some of the signs, not for all. And then you've got the 7 of Wands. So I think your challenge here, followed by the 10 of Wands. Actually, I clarified these 3, and you got the 10 of Wands and the Justice here. So this seems to be your challenge, Capricorn, to put something down. You're not willing to work on something with maybe this King of Cups energy. King of Cups is somebody who's usually loving, emotionally stable, connected to their intuition, make a good husband. They come from their heart. They've got a big heart, but their shadow side would be the opposite of where they would have a closed heart and they're selfish, and keep things very close to their chest. Now this is in challenge, which is why I'm being guided to read the shadow side of the King of Cups, because this is in your challenge. And I think because I don't read reversals, I'm just guided to read them how when I look and get the energy of them. But this is your challenge, I think, is you don't want to work on this because it was clarified with the 10 of Wands and the Justice. Strong Libra energy here, but you're not working on it. You're fighting it off, collaborating with someone here with this water and probably strong water energy. 10s is it's too draining. It's too much of a responsibility and burden on you. It wasn't being shared, whatever this was. It wasn't an equal relationship here or a situation. So you're not working on it, you're putting it down. And by you putting it down, Capricorn, is going to bring in justice and karma to the situation, and more importantly, it's going to bring balance to you. Because in this energy, something has become unbalanced in the situation to do with ourselves. We've usually been giving too much. We've usually taken too much on within the situation. Or, you know, trying to fix something that is kind of broken and the other person isn't picking up 5 of these wands. You know, if you split these, that's 5 of wands, which is conflict and arguments and everything. Put those two together and one person's carrying all the aftermath of that. It's time to put it down, you know. Here's a little house here. These look huge compared to the size of this house. It's almost, and you've got red on here. Red is your root chakra, where our home, our safety, our stability is. You want to put these down. Much lighter energy to go towards this house. You know, a house is where we feel secure and it's safe and it's stable. So you're putting, this is your challenge area to put this down, because it's going to bring balance into the situation, Capricorn. And then advice from Spirit. Yeah, this came out first, the 5 of Swords. So this speaks of somebody painting an illusion. It can speak of someone tricking you. You know, like a no, I got one up on you. I fooled you. This could be someone pretending they're coming from their heart, or this green, you know, green is the heart space, pretending they're coming from an open heart when really they was possibly thinking, what is in this for me? What can I get for myself? His sword, he's holding that Ace of Sword, but he's holding it very loosely. So was this person being kind of loose with the truth? You know, he's not holding this Ace of Sword with any conviction here. So I'm thinking it was, I'll manipulate this situation to get what I want out of it. Which in turn, when asked to clarify this, you got the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. And I'll go through these first because you got one more. But whatever this person was doing, not only was it draining you and depleting all your energy, it affected your health, because this is real hurt and betrayal and destruction, you know, completely disempowered in a situation. Yellow is linked to, the colour yellow is linked to our solar plexus, where our personal power is. And you've got the swords in this. You know, you've got 3 in this yellow area. 3 of Swords is complete heartache, you know, and hurt. It's completely affected your own self-esteem here, your own personal power, whatever this situation was, which in turn has had a knock-on effect on your health. Whatever this person did, it was an absolute betrayal. But this is advice from Spirit, you know. 9s speak of wrapping up cycles and tying up the loose ends. 10 is an absolute completion. So advice from Spirit is, this is done, okay? You can start to put this down. You had the 10 of Wands here. That's another sign of completion of this situation. It's done. You won't go back into that. This is in advice from Spirit. Keep on moving. You know, this is the 9 of Wands. You're holding that Ace. You've still got that. You're not giving up. You're determined to carry on. You're absolutely exhausted from whatever this was that just went on, Capricorn. But you're clinging on to that Ace and you're thinking, do you know what? I've still got enough strength in me, because I'm connected to the divine. I'm connected to Source. I'm connected to my angels. I know my own truth. You know, you're still throughout this connected to your own spirituality here, and knowing that you've got the strength in you to carry on. And you're holding this Ace of Wands here and you're using it in your present energy. You know, this is after we start to move out of this vibration. Look at your clothes here. You know, absolutely depleted from it's like a battle, a lot of mental turmoil gone on here, caused by this situation or somebody else. And look, it really affected your overall well-being. look at you in present energy here. If you're not there yet, Capricorn, this is where you're going to be. You haven't really got much strength to hold that wand there, if you look. But here, look, you're holding it firmly. It's upright. This is present energy. It's like a confirmation of where you're going to get to. So moving away from this and not working on it and putting it down is going to bring karma. Karma, you know, can be good and can be bad. It can be both at the same time to bring the balance in. Good karma comes to you through walking away from this and putting it down to look after yourself and your well-being, and knowing that that's the correct thing to do. And then there'll be justice served, whatever's happened here, you know. This is advice from Spirit. And then the final outcome I got for you, Capricorn. So this whole situation may have left you in this Four of Cups energy where you don't want love, you don't want to work on it. It's put you in a low vibration. You know, you might have felt rejected by this person. It's really drained you, whatever this situation was. And I think there's you showing up in your reading, Capricorn. But I was guided to read this as reverse, because to me this is, the devil can speak of being tied to a situation in a really unhealthy way. There's bondage here, and the devil's kind of got his hand up saying, it's not me, look, you two have chosen to be chained to each other here. Maybe going back in and repeating cycles. Because the devil speaks of addictions and codependency and bad habits, strong sexual attraction, sexual chemistry, which makes us go back in no matter how toxic a situation is, until, it gets to 9, 10 of swords and we're depleted from it, because there's quite a lot of allure, or there's quite a lot of temptation with the devil. So it's one of the hardest energies to break away from. And this is the final outcome. You're saying, I don't want to do it anymore. I am not giving up. I'm going to plan for my future and go within, not talking, not entertaining this situation anymore. You've chosen not to do that because this toxic situation kept leaving you in a really low vibration. And you're choosing to release this energy, because when I asked to clarify it, look what came out. You got the Sun, a place of freedom, well-being. Your inner child here is so happy. It's almost like your inner child is now on the outside to how you feel as well. It's absolutely beautiful. You're content, it's so far removed from how you felt in this toxic situation. Look at that. Happiness, time for celebration, good times. This is a card for good times, Capricorn. And by you shifting away, advice and Spirit here, that's what you're bringing in. And I think because this was emphasising here with this card, to bring this in and keep you in alignment is to focus on being in a place of grateful for it. It was saying grateful for the pain as well, because it's almost like these divine detours lead us to put down what's no longer serving us, lead us to think about what we're grateful for in our lives. Once we start to put that down, we're actually grateful that we're not going back to it, and we're grateful for all the lessons we take from it. And so in that way, in these divine detours that we don't understand at the time because they're so incredibly painful, and put us in a place of being fearful of love. But once we choose to put it down and we start to raise our vibration by being of service to others, by, using whatever affirmations, or, using Abraham Hicks and law of attraction to keep our energy in a place of, a higher energy, we can overcome it, and then it's time for good times to come in again. And then I asked to get 2 messages from the universe as well. We've got some more clarifying cards here. The first one that came out was attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. And I think that is when we get ourselves in this place of fear and separation. It's, you know, in your present energy, look at all the green on this card. Green is your heart chakra. You're moving forward with an open heart here. In this energy, when we're in 4 of Cups, we tend to close our hearts. You know, he's got it over. It's crossed, everything's crossed. Legs and arms, doesn't want to let anything in here. And this could be, you know, aces are gifts from the universe. This could even be your angel, source, whoever you connect to, saying, here, take this. Open your heart, you know, connect with us. This will help you move forward with an open heart space here. So it's almost saying they're just calls for help when we're in attack, pain, fear and judgment. So connect with who it's inviting you to, you know, connect with who you can maybe get guidance from here. To work through, to process this 9, 10 of Swords, but you've got it within you with the 9 of Wands. And then your second card that fell out was, I'm unapologetic about what I desire and trust that what I focus on will grow. And I'm really feeling that off these 2 cards here. Just trust. Maybe meditate more. Maybe go within more, because when we drop to our subconscious, it's more the path of least resistance. You know, when we're using High Priestess energy, the path of least resistance allows us to start to drop the pain and the fear and the judgment, and start to not feel bad about focusing on what we want at all. I'm unapologetic about what I desire. Yeah. What fills you up? What's going to fill this cup of self-love back up? What's going to fill it up? What's really going to? What do you really want? And then be absolutely unapologetic about it. You know, go for it. It's kind of saying, just focus on this. Focus on this. And I think that's what you're going to do, Capricorn. And then I also got you, another one flipped out. And that said, I recognise that I have chosen fear and I choose again, I choose love. And this is almost like the star, you know, being in alignment, going through that place of renewal and moving forward on a path of love. And it always starts with self-love. So I think, you know, it's almost, you've got another double confirmation here of shifting, a reminder to every time you catch yourself in a lower energy, choose love. Whatever puts you back in that place of love, walking, you know, spending time with animals, your pet, journaling, music, all those things. Really beautiful. And then finally, Capricorn, I asked to clarify the sun. And this was beautiful. This was beautiful, because look at your 2 final cards I got. New beginnings, number 1, because the 10s are done, you won't go back into that. And happy ending. Just double confirmation of this. 9 and 3 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. When we're in this high vibration, 3 talks about creativity, manifestation. Really good energy to focus on what you want. Be unapologetic about it and in that vibration you can bring it in, because this is brand new beginnings. A really beautiful reading, Capricorn. Happy ending. It's a double confirmation of these new beginnings. What plans you're successfully putting the plans into action, focusing on gratitude, maybe being of service to others, which helps naturally lift your energy, you know, because we're not so inwards about our own challenges that we have to work through here. And it's just beautiful, because you've trumped, by doing that process and getting yourself back in alignment, because I was guided to read that in reverse, because you're letting go of this toxic situation. It's beautiful, because it's almost like I feel like I need to turn that round, because the devil is your card. You're back in alignment, back on top, not bonded to any situation. You know, you've trumped it with this Sun card. Really, really gorgeous, Capricorn. Happy ending in sight. So if any of that resonated with you, please hit the like button. And what I'll do also, if you haven't subscribed, it'd be nice to have you here. I'll put the link up there, and also I'll put the link to last week's video up there too. And sorry that this didn't record the first time, Capricorn, but I kept all the cards exactly the same. The same messages came through, so I was meant to keep it up for you. Okay, have a great 7 days, and I'll see you next week. Lots of love. Bye.